Hello team, today's challenge is Winter Games Day 3 Biathlon. Biathlon being the one where they do a little bit of cross-country skiing and then every once in a while they have to stop and shoot at targets. Depending on how many targets they miss, they have to ski an extra amount of distance. And that is what we have to calculate in this one today. So every time they miss, we need to add 150 meters to their penalty. Okay, over here, we can do that really fast. We don't actually need this space. We can just jump right into it with a reduce. And that reduce is going to use the accumulator and the current value. We don't need the other values today, so we can skip that. But we will be starting with 0, okay? We need to start with zeros because we can't steal from the array itself, okay? So we set that initial value and we return some math, okay? What do we return? Well, we always return the accumulator. And we add that to the current minus, no, I got this backwards, sorry. It is 5 minus current. I almost messed that up. And then we multiply that by 150, okay? And this does it. It does it very well. Order of operations, I always learned it as bedmass, so it's the brackets first, then the multiplication, then the addition. We don't need to wrap these in extra brackets in order to make this work, okay? It just gets the job done. My problem with this is that this line right here, we're actually doing two separate things when you think about it. We are calculating the number of misses and the penalty distance. Okay, that is two separate distinct things. And for that, we should probably have two separate distinct functions. Okay, so right here, commenting that out, doing it one more time. I'm going to go up here and create a new function just like this. We're going to call it total misses and we're going to pass in rounds. Okay. Now we're going to take this whole function and move it up here, except we're going to get rid of the multiplication. So at this point we have a function that can return total misses. We probably want to display that on a board somewhere, right? So it makes sense to have this just as a point of reference. More importantly, it helps us with testing, which we'll talk about in a second here. Down here, in the original function, we return total misses, we pass in rounds just like this, and we multiply by 150, okay? And it should still work. But, like I said, it makes it easier to test. And what I mean by that is we can test this function and we can test this function. Yes, it is a couple extra lines of code, but we can test each one individually, which means that if we aren't getting the right result, but total misses is passing all of its tests, and hopefully we have a complete set of tests for that. If it is passing all of its tests, then we know the problem is somewhere in calculate penalty distance, okay? Maybe we did something silly like I did when I was first doing this where I typed in a plus. Or maybe we were doing exponents by accident. There are so many things that could happen even in just a single line of code. So being able to test all of this and then all of this, as opposed to going through here and going, okay, accumulator and the current, 5 minus current, and then figuring it out here, we can test individual pieces, figuring out exactly where the bug is faster. So I like this solution better. I hope that you do too. If you don't, let me know in those comments. If you found a different way of doing this, also share that in the comments. I love seeing that. Sorry, that was weird, my throat. But I do love seeing those comments, so keep adding them. And for today, this has been Winter Games Day 3 Biathlon. I will see you tomorrow.